In my life, I've heard a lot of speeches, whether it be for school, for church, or just personal, so that I can keep up with the news. And over the years, I've heard the different type of speakers that there are. Speakers like certain politicians who try to scare the masses into believing something that they do by giving them false information and just trying to scare them. So I find it very ironic that the person who I like to listen to the most while he speaks is Senator Bernie Sanders from Vermont. At first, I didn't want to listen to his speeches because I thought he was just any normal politician. I thought that he was gonna lie and just make up stuff so that you could believe his point. But as I watched his videos, I realized that he uses facts when he speaks. For example, all throughout his political campaign to run for president, I believe that a website called Fact Checker would always check his arguments or that his speeches that he gave to see if he was lying. And for the most part, he was telling the truth. And I really liked that about him. And the more that I started to listen to his speeches, the more that I realized that he was being honest. The part that drew me in about him is that for every mistake, or what you can call a mistake, that America has been involved in for the past 30 years, there's a video or a speech of Bernie Sanders warning us not to do it. So to me, that shows his ability to do his job as a politician, and that just made me want to listen to his speeches even more. The speech that really won me over, though, was one that he recently made in Westminster College in September. He was invited to give a speech on foreign policy, and he ended up giving what's been called his most memorable speech, which is pretty incredible because he's been giving speeches for about 30 years or so. So in his speech, he talks about how Americans are losing their lives in Afghanistan, and then he proceeds to talk about the exact number of people that are getting hurt or that have lost their lives in Afghanistan. To me, this builds credibility because he says something and then he instantly backs it up with facts that anybody can look up. He also talks about how we shouldn't let foreign powers meddle in our elections. And at the time that he said that, nobody believed that Russia had meddled in our election. But recently that has been proven wrong, especially with Trump's campaign manager being indicted. I really liked his speech on foreign policy because every time he said an opinion of his, he would instantly back it up with facts, which to me is very important in today's environment, especially because a lot of politicians just lie to get their point across.